That is all. No more than a name and a greeting. But the reference comes to us from a moment in time when the only people for whom we can even begin to imagine properly human, individual existences are the literate and the consequential, the wazirs and the sultans, the chroniclers and the priests, the people who had the power to inscribe themselves physically upon time. But the slave of Khalaf's letter was not of that company. In his instance, it was a mere accident that those barely discernible traces that ordinary people leave upon the world happen to have been preserved. It is nothing less than a miracle that anything is known about him at all. In an antique land is the story of two Indians in Egypt. Boma, a slave brought there by his Jewish master who came to India in the 12th century, and Amitav Ghosh, who finds himself tracing Bomma's story in 1980, interspersing his quest with accounts of his stay in Masar and the people he met. Ghosh weaves together a narrative packed with exuberant detail, exposing the ties that have bound together India and Egypt, and Hindus, Muslims, and Jews from the Crusades to Operation Desert Storm. This is a beautiful book in which he traces the story of Boma, who originally came from what is today modern day Tunisia, and then via Egypt and Aden reached what is Mangalore. So within a few pages we are transported to 1148 AD when these letters were written. In the summer of his writing, Palestine was a thoroughfare for European armies. A German army had arrived in April, led by the aging Conrad III of Hohenstaufen, known as Alman to the Arabs. It was not until 1942, the very summer when Khalaf's letters slipped quietly into 20th century print, that the Middle East again saw so great and varied a gathering of foreigners. Nowhere were there more than in the area around Alexandria, the Africa Corps and the Italian Sixth Army, under the command of Erwin Rommel, were encamped barely 40 miles from the city, waiting for their orders for the final push into Egypt. And in the city itself, the soldiers of the British Eighth Army were still arriving from every corner of the world: India, Australia, South Africa, Britain, and America. That summer, while the fates of the two armies hung in the balance, Alexandria was witness to the last, most spectacular burst of cosmopolitan gaiety for which the city was once famous. So today I am reading this book. This is in an antique land, sitting in Riverwood. This is a Eh? Zachary Saab. Zachary. Zachary Jelovsek. Think about where you want to be. That's all. 1995. to 2014. The peaceful warrior always among us, from all who love and miss you, taken much too soon. Oh,